Hello, everyone. This is Joe. I am Joe Neely. There's a thing under my eye, and this is the golden hour. As you can see, it's a little chilly here. Uh, Expecting warm weather next week, starting tomorrow. But today's going to dip down a little bit. It might get down into the mid 40s tonight. And this is, like I said, the golden hour, the 1 hour before the end of the day, when the light is often gold. You can see it's a little bit golden here, though that's the east behind me. Let me show you the west. So maybe you can see a little bit of gold that direction. I've had a great day. I had a great day yesterday. I will have a great day tomorrow. I'm doing really good with all of this. And cranked out 2 sets of 20 so far on push-ups. Also did some meditation in a reclining position. I'm on a tree reclining. This is actually a group of trees. I used to call it the good tree until I realized there were a lot of good trees. Now I might call it the recliner tree. The reason I bring that up is that, first of all, this tree is awesome. And second of all, there's a technique. But first, check out this seat. Can you see? Well, you can see my bags and stuff there. I don't know if you can see, there's one part of the tree, there's the other part of the tree. It has 2 main trunks, and in between them is a seat-like area. It's hard to tell in the video. As I look at the video, it's just not coming through. Maybe it's coming through for you, but it doesn't look right to me in the video. But take my word for it, there's a lovely seat of moss and soft leaves that I can recline on, and then the tree itself goes back just a little bit, and I can recline there. It's really relaxing to be able to have any kind of seat or just place to lay your back and head when you're camping. It's a real treat. I don't have to be lying down in my tent. I can be out here enjoying myself, but reclining and like you do on your couch. Perhaps you're reclining right now while watching this. Anyway, I'm going to walk a bit through the woods as we talk. Well, as I talk. You can talk back on the comments, and please do, on YouTube, or you can visit me on my website. It's joeneely.net/golden hour. There you can talk back. Now we can talk. But I will be doing a lot of talking right now. And like I said, there's a technique for reclining. The tree is awesome, and it is a chance to recline while meditating. Do this carefully. You can easily fall asleep or just kind of fall out of whatever a meditative state is. I don't know how to define that, but it feels less meditative when I recline and I get drowsy. So try instead counting. Do the 10 breaths meditation. I found that worked really well for me. Give your mind something to pay attention to meditatively, or of course yoga. There's some yoga positions you can do sitting down and reclining. Those are useful for me when my mind isn't quite in a meditative mode and I need a little bit of stimulation. I can say, okay, how about I stand on one foot, do tree pose? Or how about I do my push-ups? Or how about I do some of the other positions I like that I don't know the names of? That tends to help me have enough stimulus to the brain that it doesn't demand more. It's like a hungry person. If you don't feed it, it'll just get more hungry. And so I will feed it. That being said, another wonderful thing to do is while I'm doing yoga to read or play video games. People might think that's cheating, but if I do that, there's a lot more yoga in my life. It's not like the games are cutting into the yoga time. They're extending my yoga time. My yoga is extending into my gaming time, right? Looking at it from that perspective, I think it's really wonderful. So, Ooh, there's a little bit of gold in the background. Can you see all that light? So, tree pose. I have had a lot of luck with tree pose recently, and you know I love it. I'm excited to talk about upper body stuff you can do as well as lower body stuff. The upper body is really important for gaining dignity, for asserting yourself, putting your chest forward and being a big person in the world, right? That's distracting. Now it's gone. No, it isn't. That is gross. I think I will let you look at the tree for a minute. Ah, good. I am fresh. Or more so, at least. So, forgive my tangents and all the rest. I want to talk with you about upper and lower body tree pose exercises. First of all, upper body, dignity. Like I said, you want to get your shoulders back. You want to be a big, confident person in the world, but that's hard to do. We're trained not to do that, and a lot of the jobs that we do keep us hunched over. That's, one of the signals that you're a confident person is that your job doesn't own you, your job doesn't diminish you. So, arms out to the side. Use both arms. I'm just holding the camera, but you need to use both arms. And, see me there? Okay, you can do this kind of thing. You can do this kind of thing, which feels really good to go back and get some twists out. You can, of course, do arm circles. When I do this, I feel all kinds of crunchy munchies in my back that show places where I'm tight. Those tightnesses rubbing across each other. I think it has something to do with muscle fibers sticking to each other when they shouldn't, as well as just tight muscles, like one string plucking another kind of thing with tendons. I'm not super sure about that. If any of you guys are yoga masters and want to tell me the anatomy of what's going on with that crunchy feeling, please let me know. Anyway, let's do the other arm. As I said, it's always good to do both sides. You could do these both at the same time. I'm just doing them one at a time because I'm holding the camera, but that's your choice. When you're doing tree pose, I recommend that you definitely do both of them at the same time. Doing one and holding the other arm would be pretty crazy. If one arm was like, say, at prayer position and the other one was out, that would be pretty nuts. So, arm circles. Another thing you can do is arms overhead. I don't know if you can see this position, but basically put both hands in prayer position. Imagine I have my other hand with the palm touching this one. And have yourself up like this with both hands, so you have kind of a teardrop shape around your head. Right? With both arms up, palms together over your head. That's a fun one. I like to circle from both hands out to the sides, down all the way near my lower body, now down near my first and second chakras, and then all the way up. Through para position all the way up this way, or go down, out, and the other way. Don't know how good that demonstration was because I don't know how much you can see. Well, I do know how much you can see. I can see the screen as I'm shooting this, but let me try that again. You can have hands here and go down, out, and up, and back down. Another one you can do is reverse, up, palms together above your head, out, and then gather, almost like you're gathering that energy from down below, up to prayer position, or wherever feels right. With this, I improvise quite a bit. Now, I was talking about the lower body. Let's move on to that. Do you see this? When I move my hand through the region, just the air in front of my crotch, there is, I don't know what to call it. So we'll call it crotch. But you see what I mean? When you pull through that area, there's a lot of energy. I just feel a lot of energy just right here. right here as I just waft that energy up and out. I don't keep it low. I don't keep it defiled. I don't repress it. I don't say it isn't any good. I just bring it down and up. And it's great. Doing that with both hands is really satisfying. And it's a wonderful thing to do in tree pose. Now, if you can see this, as I'm directing energy up through my entire body, accepting this wonderful first and second chakra energy all the way through my body and out into the universe, as I'm doing that, I don't know if you can see this with this camera, but as I pass through here, I push my pelvis forward. Basically, I'm doing a pelvic thrust, if you know the Beavis and Butthead movement, like the the humping movement that we see as immature in our culture. Anyway, as I'm doing this energy forward, I'm also humping forward so that my genitals are faced as forward as they will, clenching butt cheeks a little bit, and perineum, that kind of stuff, anus, all that, forward in a pelvic thrust. That's what a pelvic thrust is. Letting that energy go out, relaxing my back and bottom, and then doing it again. Then, when I stand still, I make an effort to keep my pelvis tucked in, my genitals forward. At the same time, my knee, as I've said before, when you're doing tree pose, it can be facing forward or you can face it out to the side. I know you can't see very well, just bear with me. The idea is that your bent knee in tree pose could face directly forward. It wouldn't be tree pose at all. It would look like you were climbing a stairway or something. But if you put it out to the side and get that so that your bent leg is flat with, your body, the front plane of your body is the same as your bent leg. This is a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I'm trying to show you here that this is flat plane, leg is flat plane. And then do your pelvic thrust and get that out there. Do your big shoulders, get everything out. Show your sexual and personal freedom and confidence. Assert yourself in your body language. This is something wonderful you can do at any time of the day. It's just, I can improve my posture right now. Go ahead and do that. But it's really wonderful if you assert those parts of yourself that you know are repressed in our culture. The first and second chakra, the solar plexus here, and then the chest and shoulders. Let those really come out. This is something there and there. I like to spread this jacket out so it shows my full breadth of my chest. This is something that you can do in your own way all the time. Assert your sexual and creative energy down below, your heart energy and your expression here, your solar plexus in the middle, your core, oneness, and then of course the upper chakras that give us happiness and enlightenment and wisdom. So, I hope that all of these techniques today will really help you out. I know that I have talked a lot about myself in the last few days, and even in the last week. I wanted to give just all of these techniques that came to me today, and I'm so happy to give you a show that, sometimes has many practical techniques, sometimes has many deep emotional and personal techniques. I don't know how deep we went today, though, dealing with the energy that wafts near your lower chakras is a little deep, so I think we crossed that barrier and got into the deep stuff. But I also really, really love that the show is every day. It's every day of my life, and every day I'm excited about different things. They're all the same cloud of things. It's all meditation and yoga and personal development, and my favorite, sacred sexuality and seeing light in people and positivity and all these things. But I like that it comes out a little different every day. That makes it awfully fun. So I will see you tomorrow, and we will see what the day brings. This is my finger going to hit the button, the stop button on the phone. And I'll say goodbye. Look me up at joeneely.net/golden hour and leave a comment here on YouTube. Have a lovely day. There's the finger. Goodbye.